Welcome to your new podcast, Mums Interrupted, with your hosts, Lydia Fay
and Jade Old.
We'll be spilling the cold tea on motherhood and everything in between.
So join us, because let's be honest, motherhood isn't filtered and neither are we.
How are you, Jade?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2026. Here we go.
I'm okay. I'm good. I've had a lovely Christmas. Wouldn't say it was the best. Daphne had obviously a sickness bug that's kind of horrendous. I'm going back to work.
I know that's horrendous.
So last time with Margot, when I went back to work, I was 9 months postpartum, and then I took my vacation. So I think it ended up being about 10 and a half months I went back at.
That's really harsh, by the way.
Yes. And from Christmas, and I went back in February, that whole time I was like stressing beyond belief, waking up in the night about going back to work. This time I said, I'm not even going to stress about it, because whatever happens, it's coming.
It's out of
I'm
your
going to
control.
bury my head in the sand, and I'm not, because I was so annoyed that I let it ruin my last couple of months, because that's what I felt like I did.
I think that is inevitable for every mum. I don't think there'll be one mum that says that did not ruin their last few months of maternity leave.
So this time I've gone in with a very different mindset. I've really enjoyed Christmas, and I've just really put it like to the back of my mind.
Good.
But I've got to say, since the new year hit, and obviously I'm going back this year, I go through waves of like, don't think about it, it's happening anyway, to like, that pit of your stomach dread.
Yeah, the unknown.
Yeah, and I know it will be fine. I know we will find our feet. I know we're going to find our new normal. I feel equal excitement and terrified at handing Daphne over at the hands of someone else.
Course.
I know I'm really pleased with the setting I chose. I really like the people. It's come recommended to me. I feel like it's winning in every way that you can, but there's still that actually handing my baby over to someone else that I just don't think will ever be natural.
No, of course not. I do think, though, when you slowly get that independence back and you remember that feels, because it feels good. There's it's guilty. You feel guilty at first, but as soon as you have put your trust into those caregivers and you know that she is okay, you have that space that you're going to be able to allow yourself to enjoy that little bit of independence. And when you get that, your mind will start to open a little bit more, because you've devoted yourself to her. You know what I mean?
I am actually really excited for it as well. I mean, I'm going to be working. I'll be working from home and from the office, but to come home, log on and have a coffee in peace, that I'm actually excited for. But then,
once you finished your coffee.
So, it's like, I feel so guilty for even feeling slightly excited about it.
Well, you shouldn't, because it's so hard. If there's anything you can hold on to it.
So, yeah, I am good. I'm in a good place. I'm also probably slightly excited about going back to work. Just, I don't know, like something else to focus on. I love learning new stuff, and I've been out for 14 months. So I'm effectively going back to a new job.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But obviously, I don't know, I'm like a swinging pendulum at the moment. And I go through moments in the day where I'm like happy, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh gosh, I've got to go back. What am I going to do, my baby? So,
you will be just fine. This is the worst bit. This is the worst bit, because it's the build-up part.
And it's the same with Ethan going to school. It's the anticipating, anxious about what's to come, because you don't know it. And like we've said before, it's never as bad as what you're expecting.
And it's never what you think is going to be. It's always something else. And I do believe second child, they've got a stronger immune system.
Yeah.
They're built bigger, built harder.
Yeah.
And they're not like the first. They're more resilient.
We are more resilient. With Margot, I kept her at home for a year working from home. It was post-COVID. It was a slightly different world. I just didn't feel, and she was premature. I couldn't even hand her over to someone.
It's fair enough.
But that was so difficult. And I knew that I didn't.
You've probably got some PTSD from that as well. There's probably like a lot of trauma that has been brought up. It's like the pattern, isn't it? That's never going to happen. Intrusive thoughts, I know. You get that co-parenting. You get that co-parenting when they have new partners.
Oh.
It's hard, and especially new partners. And you don't, it's a horrible feeling as a mum, but you realise that they're not their mum.
Yes, yes. And you can, as a mum, you can never, ever be replaced.
You can't. You'll thrive with it. And you know what? Daphne might have a great time.
She will.
She might. So I joined the gym again near me before Christmas. Yeah. There's a creche at the gym, which is really good. And Ethan went to the same creche and he hated it. And my little idea of having a little bit of independence, because I didn't send him to nursery till he was 2.5. And then he didn't get on very well there anyway. I was like, I had all this dread of putting her in and having the same experience. Like, I'd get to the gym over the town, like, God, Ethan's mom has come to the creche. And I'm like, thanks for that. Then we try again. It'd be like, you need to lose. They were really nice. Like, it was perfect.
What was it that he was just screaming? They couldn't.
To be honest, I can't even remember. He's just a sensitive boy, and for whatever reason, I think it was because he was older. He was past 2, maybe, and he was more aware. And Nyla, she's obviously 14 months, and she went in like a duck to water. And the second time I took her, I was fully ready to stay in there with her, and she was fine. Managed to go and have a little workout. So she loves it. She's much more social, and you know, I think, especially like with Daphne going to nursery, you've probably got a lot of past trauma with Margot, like I have with Ethan. And actually, there might be some healing through our second child that we're unaware of. And, you know, we can let go of what that used to look like, because it's never the same twice, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the new year, we've got to, I'm digging deep, because I held on to a lot of crap last year. And I think the new year is a really good time to really force yourself to push it away and be more optimistic than pessimistic. And I feel like the energy that I was sat with really for the last few years has been worst case scenario, and I'm over it, and I want best case scenario. And I'm looking at the brighter side of what things can be, and carving out a little bit more time for myself. Not much. I don't need much. I've got 24 hours now, 1 till 1. And, you know, that's me bi-weekly, 24 hours. And I'm going to make that freaking count.
Yeah. And
I know it may not sound a lot to somebody, but it's all I need. I love my babies around me. Don't need anything more. But I will use that time. Whereas last year, I put so much pressure on myself to like work in all these little pockets to the point where I wasn't working smart. I was like overly working because I was living in burnout. And I'm over it. I want to be more planned, like me and you were talking about, like sitting down and working out what we want from the year. And I think I want to work smarter, not harder. And I want some time for myself and not put so much pressure on myself to like take over the frigging world and be the world's best mum, because it's impossible and I don't want to do it.
More intentional.
More intentional, yeah. And I want to have some fun.
Are you like a resolution setter? Do you set like goals?
Try my best, because I'm so scatty, and I have to use any frigging opportunity to try and turn the tide. So yeah, even if it lasts 4 weeks, it's better than not, because I am going to try my best. And
for me, I'm not really like a resolution setter. I don't really stick to stuff. But for this year, 2026, I want to work on myself. Myself and I. So there's a few ways I want to get. Obviously, I lost weight last year, but I want to get healthy, as in like healthy heart, you know, just overall fitness for
the
myself.
wellness.
Yes. I also want to work on myself mentally. Like you touched on it. I'm definitely not struggling, but I think I've got some PTSD in there. Is it from infertility? Is it from a traumatic birth? Is it from childhood? I'm not sure. But I would like to go down a therapy route just to explore.
Good on you.
I mean, they do say it gets horrendous before it gets better.
Yeah, I've always been so against it. But actually, yeah, I've been so against digging, because I'm very much like focus on the positive, move forward. Don't really know what I'm going to drag up if it's going to be a benefit. And like, I really don't like focusing on negative. I like focusing on the positive. But I don't actually think that's what therapy is about. I think it's about unpicking, you know, your mental patterns, not necessarily digging up old crap.
I think I'm very much like a don't sweat the small stuff.
Same.
Actually, that's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Potentially lifelong is not healthy.
Because I think like you're so used to patterns of your own behaviour and how you deal with things, where actually they may come from past trauma. that you do need to unpick a little bit to find out why you're stuck in certain places.
And I think it's recognising it, right? I've got some psycho tendencies. Like if Wayne goes out for the night, I am that woman that will be calling.
Oh no, Jade!
I've got better. I am Lydia. I'm like a psycho. Okay,
Oh,
he's not allowed out.
Lord.
But that comes because my dad would go out on a Thursday and won't come home till Sunday. Like that's trauma in the third degree.
Generational.
You know, like, and I'm like, well, you knew what I was like when you got with me, so deal with it, kind of thing. He has done really well to, like, wouldn't say appease me, but to make me feel comfortable, should we say. Like, he's very much one of those, like, well, what is the issue? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just psycho. But it's that kind of stuff that I need to
work on.
Yeah, because it doesn't benefit anyone. It don't benefit me. It don't benefit my family. There's, you know, and that's not stuff that I've done in my past, but obviously it affects me still to this day. So I've probably got loads of baggage like that I would like to move on from.
Yeah, but I think also when you're devoting your life to your kids and you're not carved any time out for yourself and you devote yourself to your family and your husband, when that person then moves out of that unit, you're lost. It's like you probably need to come to a place where you can find your own self outside of the family. And then when Wayne wants to go out, you're occupied, you're busy, you're doing something that fills you with joy. You know what I mean? Because if you're busy, a busy mind isn't going to be...
Yeah, and I feel I'm just not great. I don't hate my own company, but I'm not a thriving in my...
But I don't know. There's pros and cons with that, because I do. I completely thrive. You could leave me for 2 weeks and I'd be happy as friggin' Larry. Obviously, this is before kids. I bought my first house in the middle of friggin' nowhere, an hour and 10 minutes away from my mum. I knew no one. I was 30 miles away from the job that I worked at. It was one of the best times of my life. But is that because I'm living in kind of like a provider mindset? I don't say that I'm like an alpha male kind of thing, but you might just be like in your feminine and you lean on your man and you're in that headspace. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm the complete polar frigging opposite.
I've got better since I had kids, but I don't know,
I do think some men like it though.
If I own, I'm like...
He probably loves it. He probably thinks it's
he definitely does.
Like you're giving him attention. Whereas me, if I'm with someone, like, yeah, have fun. And they're like, do you not care? And I'm like, no, see ya. When you coming back? Oh, next Tuesday. Cool, have a great time. And I'm thinking, right, what can I do? Yeah, see you next Tuesday. You know, there's ups and downs with it.
So anyway, that's my intention, because I'm not setting like unrealistic goals myself, because also I am a mum and go back to work.
So you just got to chill the F out, basically.
I just want to work on myself. I think I'm planning to go down a therapy route. Don't know yet. I need to look into it, but we'll see. We'll see how I turn the next year. Am I going to be all kumbaya?
Zened out. Yeah. So I've got something funny to digress to, considering it is the new year. I asked ChatGTP, which has turned out...
You're such a millennial, you know, it's not ChatGTP.
What is it?
GPT?
Yeah, but I'm dyslexic, aren't I?
I know, but you know that millennials can't say it. They call it ChatGPT or GPT.
What did I say? I said ChatGTP. It's ChatGPT.
No,
It's ChatGPT. No, you said it right. I'm dyslexic. I haven't got a frigging foggiest. So
anyway, go on.
So start of the new year, I was thinking to myself, you know, I did the grapes. Did you do the 12 grapes? I didn't do it under the table. I didn't do it at 12 o'clock.
I don't get what this grape thing is.
So you have 12 grapes and then you like set 12 intention, basically just some hopes for whatever the year's going to bring. But I thought it would be quite fun to do it with Ethan. It's like, you know, grapes, whatever, get some fruit into him. And then I thought to myself, I wonder if there in any other countries they do like weird traditions. So I said to ChatGPT, can you give me some weird and wonderful funny facts about New Year? And I've got some. So actually the eating 12 grapes at midnight comes from Spain, doesn't come from us. Brazil, lucky pants. In Brazil, people wear specific coloured underwear on New Year's Eve. Yellow equals money, red equals love, white equals peace. Japan,
What happens if you didn't have any on?
Dunno. I guess you're going commando for the year. Naked truth. Japan, slurping noodles for long life. I did order a Wagamother's broth the day before New Year's, so I'm taking that. Scotland, throwing things out the door. So in parts of Scotland, people literally throw old stuff out the house to clear bad energy, including rubbish, broken items, and sometimes furniture. See, I want to be in Scotland. See, this is what I want to freaking do. This would be my perfect excuse to get my year's worth of rage out. You know, F the grapes.
Clean it up, though, after, or is it job for you New Year's Day?
I don't care. I just feel like I want to go to Scotland and just stand on a random street and watch everything come out of the door. Like, what are we missing out here? And I don't know why that isn't like on TikTok or Instagram. Colombia, walking around with an empty suitcase. Some Colombians walk around the block with an empty suitcase to manifest travel in the new year. Like that idea. Denmark, smashing plates on friends' doors. In Denmark, people smash old plates against friend doors to bring good luck. More broken plates, more love. Again, love that.
Crazy Danes.
But not my Denby.
Or with the door open.
Yeah. Philippines, circles everywhere. People wear polka dots, eat round fruit, and decorate with circles to attract money.
Nice.
Coins. Germany, watching the same sketch every year. In Germany, nearly everyone watches the same old black and white comedy sketch, Dinner for One, every year, even though it's in English and half the country doesn't fully understand it. Sehr gut. Estonia, eating 7 meals on New Year's Day. Some Estonians believe eating 7 meals on New Year's Day gives you strength for the year. Love it. Love it.
This one.
Honestly, I feel like we could just combine all of these and have the best New Year's Eve ever. Bonus. So across the world, everyone basically doing the same thing at New Year's, eating weird food, wearing odd things, and hopefully life gets easier, which honestly feels similar to motherhood. Just said about, obviously, our listeners. So yeah, incredible. So my content next year, I'm going to be on my doorstep, throwing some chairs out, wearing polka dots. I'm going to have yellow pants on. I'm going to have some plates and be throwing them at your house, frigging 300 miles away. Grapes frisbeeing into my mouth. Hope for the frigging best.
We done this year. We done a little New Year's Eve party. For the
Cute.
kids, just at home. Got party poppers. Went on a hunt for party poppers.
How long did they take to clean up?
Yeah.
I know. I did think that when I saw the picture you sent me.
The kids loved them.
They loved them.
Loved them. So we watched last year's BBC firework display.
Nice.
It was great. We then watched this year's BBC firework display. Now, I obviously grew up in London. I have been to watch the fireworks, not on the South Bank. You have to get tickets. It's like a ballot.
You didn't have to years ago when I went.
No, you didn't. But you could sort of get close-ish, but not right. I mean, they never really done it so specific. Anyway, I couldn't believe watching it. Firstly, no one done Auld Lang Syne after. Everyone had their phones out because that whole crowd it looked foreign, as in, foreign visitors, which is fine. Tourism, love that. How have they got all the bloody tickets? Because there was some people doing it, but like years ago, you would watch it, the whole crowd would be doing Auld Lang Syne. People wasn't singing it. People didn't know the words. People were clearly not English, which is fine. But where has that spirit gone? Everyone just had their phones up. I thought,
it's everything there, isn't it?
Watch. Like, where is that community?
I know. But you know how bad it is? They used to have Primrose Hill, didn't they, where you could go there? And it's been closed, completely shut off now for 2 years. Well,
really? Why?
Because somebody got stabbed and there's not enough people to be there to watch, to look out for everyone. So they've had to literally close Primrose Hill off so you can't watch the fireworks. But everyone was saying it was because, in the comments, obviously, saying, oh, you're just closing it off, so we have to buy tickets. You're not, we can't even watch the fireworks for free in London anymore.
Or maybe you buy them. I thought they was a ballot, but I might be wrong. Maybe you did buy them.
I don't know. And also, for the second year running, I read in Birmingham, there was this fake advert going round that there was fireworks in the town centre. So for the second year running, the town centre filled up with people and there was no fireworks. So people didn't learn their lesson last year. And the Birmingham police, whatever, they were Metropolitan Police. They were to let everyone know there is no official fireworks. Please don't make your way into the city. And there's just all these people waiting in the middle like this. And there's just no fireworks. Can you imagine going trawling to your town centre, your city centre, parking, all the people, freezing cold, looking up in the air, no fireworks.
I mean, whoever made that advert must be laughing. Have you seen the documentary about the girl in Germany that hosted it was like the first, when Facebook, she's probably like a little bit younger than me, like late 30s. So she posted about having a party on Facebook back in the day, and it went viral, and like these thousands and thousands of kids descended upon this house.
No.
There's a whole documentary.
That's really bad.
Yeah, and it was going like viral and viral and viral back in the day when, you used to do Facebook invites or whatever.
I saw this meme the other day about this girl who had broken up with her boyfriend ex ages ago, and then she sent him a random message at like 11 p.m. saying, "You up?" just to like shit him up, and he was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Do you want to come over?" and he was like, "Yeah, give me your address," because they'd been apart for ages, and she just went on like Zoopla and found some empty address and just sent him the address and just went to sleep, turned her phone on silent. She said she woke up to like 150 missed calls. Just sent this ex to some random empty house to shit him up on like the middle of the night, which I thought that was very funny. When you're bored. But yeah, you can hear my voice. So our last pod, I was rough, and that was something else. So we have just had flu for the whole of Christmas. I picked Ethan up from the Friday at school, took him straight to Boots, got him everything you can imagine, had a temperature. Mine lagged, came Christmas Eve, and realistically, I've only started feeling better yesterday. So we're like in the new year. And then 3 days ago, Nyla got it. So we have been, the whole Christmas has basically been wiped out with this flu that it sounds like a lot of people have got. Lost my sense of smell and taste at the end of it, which has lasted like 4 days.
I think people have either had that flu or the sickness bug.
Yeah, I've heard this as well.
So, yeah, I mean, we had the sickness bug.
It's wild. It's wild. I'm trying everything I can to like make my immune system better now, because I'm like, I need to get on top of this. But the problem is Ethan goes back to school in a couple of days and we're going to be at square bloody one.
Well, yes. And that is another concern, obviously, with Daphne going to nursery.
Yeah.
Even though her immune system definitely is better, I'm bracing for illnesses.
Yeah, of course. It's inevitable.
We're going through something with Daphne at the moment. Horrendous. 14 months she is. Yeah. A little bit. I feel like it's separation anxiety, possibly.
Yeah, same with Nyla. Very clingy.
Yeah, and it's kind of where she's been unwell. I think she's clever, she's crafty, but where it's becoming a problem is bedtime. Obviously, normally we would just lay her down and walk away. She's wanted us to stay there. She's crying.
Oh, she's becoming more aware.
And last night I think it was also because it was cold. Turns out one of the kids had turned the bloody heater off in their room.
Interesting.
But she, the last few nights, has been up for almost like 2 hours in the night screaming.
Whoa.
And we're laying her down, and it's like you pick her up, comfort her, spark her on you, lay her down, and then she's like, so yeah, we're just really kind of.
Have you tried putting a hot water bottle on the bed before you put her in to make it nice and warm?
Well,
toastying it up.
The thing is, when she's going to sleep, I think she's so tired that the last few nights we've been like, right, let's just get into a good routine. Good sleep habits, like she can fall asleep on her own. Let's just kind of get back into that. So she's crying a little bit, but going off. Come 2, 3, 4 a.m. when she's waking up, she's then like inconsolable. But at that point, we're not going to rush to make a hot water bottle and kind of already a bit more.
Nyla's very similar though. She's always been very similar.
I think last night, I'm going to put it down to the cold because it was 17 degrees in their room.
Fair enough.
It was cold. It turns out that we've got these terrible, well, they're not terrible, they're good, but storage heaters. And one of the kids, probably Daphne, has turned off the off-peak, so it hasn't been storing heating. So I don't know how long that's been going on for either.
Interesting.
So I wonder if she's been getting cold. Mate, I'm just in the thick right now.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really, really hard. Nyla wakes up, though, hysterical. We sleep next to each other, and she'll go off to sleep, and she'll wake up. And, like, sometimes I'll need the toilet so badly, I'm literally going to wet myself, and I still can't get up. Because if I get up, she will sit up and she'll be hysterical. My ensuite is 2 meters away from the bed.
Is she touching you at all times, or is she just
Pretty
like
much,
sixth
she'll
sense?
hold on to my arm. It's only right at the start of the night she'll roll over, and I can usually get out like at the beginning of the night. But no, she's been poorly, and I can't really. Every time we get better, there's such a short amount of time before we get poorly again, and I just can't put anything down to anything.
I know, and this is another thing. I think luckily there is two of us, yeah. So you can be a little bit stronger, as in like lay her down, because if there's one of you, it's easier to break. I think, you know, because they can really, especially as a mum, that crying just sends off terrible signals.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, she has been poorly, so you have to give them grace.
They're needy.
They need grace, but yet they are crafty that they do get used to it.
You say that, but Ethan was very clingy. We bed shared, we co-slept, and I put no pressure on parting that. When he moved into his first bedroom, when we were just on our own, I got him a Super King mattress. It filled up 3 sides of the wall. His bedroom was like perfectly sit. It was like the best bedroom ever for a little boy. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like a massive jumping bed. He'd start off in the night. I would end up coming in there, give him a cuddle, sleep the rest of the night with him. And I put no pressure on time to go to bed, you know, independent sleeping, self-soothing, nothing. He had no dummy, no binky, no nothing. I was his comfort. And he got to 2.5 and he now sleeps all through the night, 7 till 7. He puts himself to bed.
Yeah.
He is the best sleeper I've ever known.
Yeah.
And that is my, you know, everyone's situation is different.
Yeah.
And I look back and I just think, I'm so glad I never put the pressure on myself to be this cardboard cutout routine that does work for some people, don't get me wrong. I know it can drive people insane. But looking back, I'm like, he's great. He's got no trauma for bedtime. He'll turn round to me at 7:10 and be like, Mummy, I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, I love him.
Come on then, up you go. And I know that if like last night, we read 5 books. He was like, I want to read 5 books. And then I read all the books and he was like, Mummy, that was really quick. So I was thinking, yeah, it was
Mummy,
really quick.
some pages.
And he wanted a chat. And I'm like, look, I'm just going to go and get my pajamas on and I'll come back in. And he's like, no, stay with me. I'm like, look, I'll only be 2 minutes and I'll be straight back. Doors open, the lights on. I'm next door. Go next door, 30 seconds, out like a light.
Yeah.
You know, some kids, when they get to that point, they actually do need to be on their own.
I think with Daphne, it's not we're not sleep training her. It's the fact that she has been
She's
for
good.
a very long time. From very, very small. Now, I never would have done this. With Margot, we would rock her. I feel like we'd rock her a lot, lay her down like she was like a little bomb waiting to go off. With Daphne, it'd be like, right, it's bedtime. I'm just going to lay her down, go and sort Margot out, come back. And she'd already been
that's
gone.
really good.
So that is like the difference. It just kind of happened naturally.
That's really so good.
It's just that now, you know, we're just going through something. I know they all get like that. Like you can't even go to the toilet at some points.
I have to be careful now, like what trousers I put on, because Nyla will pull my trousers down because she's so clingy. I'll be trying to do anything and she will literally hold on to my leg as I'm like, there is no walking anywhere. And there's like a pile of trousers. I'm like, can't wear that, can't wear them, can't wear them. She pull them down, she pull them down. And you don't understand, like you probably do, how overstimulating it is when they're literally dragging your trousers off, to the point where the other day I was just walking around in my pants because I was like, you can scratch my leg to bits, but you're not pulling my trousers down. I'm like, where the hell am I? Like, what the hell am I doing with my life? God.
Sometimes, like the other morning, between the two of them, and then Margot just wanted to like sit on me. On me.
Oh, Ethan's like that too. But I love it when they're older and they do that because they hardly do it.
But you know, like we do cuddle quite a lot, but sometimes in the morning, like, I just wanted to sit and have my coffee. So I've got elbow in my stomach, elbow in there, on me. Mum, read this. Mum, look at this. Mum, look at, you know, you think,
it's nice you can sit down. I can't remember the last time I sat down having my coffee. I'm thinking, this is the first time I sat down. That's quite nice. I'll be like, yeah. No, I think it's just ever changing, isn't it, with little ones, and you can't really focus too much, and what works for you works for you. If I could put Nyla down and she was happy and content and I could walk away and she goes to sleep, that would be cool. But that's just not the setup we've got, which is a shame. You know, it is what it is. We'll get there. Might take 3 years.
I was actually thinking last night at 2 a.m. when she was screaming, I basically ain't slept for 2 years, if not longer. because I sleep horrendously in pregnancy, barely sleep.
Yeah, same.
And really, I was thinking, if one of my friends that haven't got kids was like, what is it like? You know, it's like sleep deprivation to the 9th degree. Like, in what world would you ever sign up to not sleep for 2 years?
Well, mine has been realistically since 2020. I've not slept.
Yeah. I'm actually considering removing Daphne's dummy. She only has it, well, she will have it in the day, but I don't really give it to her. She's not like reliant on it, but she uses it at bedtime, and it becomes from like a sleep enabler to a sleep disruptor.
Yeah,
And
I've
I feel
heard
like
this a
we
lot.
definitely get into the sleep disruptor. I'm not entirely sure how we would do it, if we would do it, but I am really considering it.
That's interesting.
And I know with Margot, she was a great sleeper, but she could wake up once for a dummy or 10 times for a dummy. Could never find
Wow.
it. And it was once we took that away, and that was when she went into a big girl bed, and she was over 2. Maybe like, it was before Daphne come, but then we took it away, and then she slept through the night without waking.
Yeah, I think Nyla probably would have been a dummy baby if I'd have given her one. But you've only got your own experiences, haven't you? And Ethan never had one, and he was fine without one. But I do think I probably left it a bit too long with Nyla. I think as a single mum with a baby, you've got this like, I don't mean like proving to the world that you can do it all, but I was very much in the mindset of proving to myself and, in my mind, doing the best for them that I thought. I didn't want to cut any corners because I was on that mission. And now I look back, if I was going to say to any new mum, you know, it's not a cop-out, getting help, whether that's with a dummy, whether that's with a comforter, whether that's with a white noise machine. Like, don't feel like you're failing. And I feel like I really put myself through it mentally, that actually, you know, reaching for one of those things, I was going to be a failure as a mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never judged anyone else for doing it. I'm thinking, no, everybody, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But for me, I felt like, no, I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that. It's like you with pouches. You won't give your baby a pouch. Whereas if I'm out and I know it's made of extra olive oil, it's got, you know, it's not got any preservatives in, it's not got any sugar in. And, you know, as long as my box is a tick, that's okay. But for you, that's still not going to come into play. And I was the same with like comforters, but different. You know what I mean?
Do none of yours have like little snugglies?
No, nothing. Never have. I put them there. They've got enough if they wanted them, but never used any.
See, both of mine love a snuggly. But Margot was premature, and they give them stuff to because they stop them from putting their tubes, and then they get so. She used to sleep holding her tube when she was in like the skiboo. So then they like to have stuff in their hands. They come very aware of.
Interesting.
So she's always really liked them, and we did kind of just introduce them to Daphne as well. She's really, she'll wake up in the morning and sit there just stroking her tail.
Oh, that's so cute. No, neither of them are like that.
But do you know, I think as well the difference is if you're in a couple, obviously you've got two very different parenting mindsets. Where if you're on your own, you do what you know, how you was brought up, or what your ideal is.
Well, you
of
say
being
that,
a parent.
but I do also think extended breastfeeding aids that, because my mum breastfed me for 7 months, and I still remember my silky blanket, and somehow she managed to change it from that to that, where I got my comfort from my blanket. But then I think maybe when they find you as the comfort in that extension, might be some science behind it where they still don't reach for something. And then when they get to a certain age, they don't need it because they've passed it, haven't they? But I still remember, I used to call it a dada. It was like, you know, the silk edged.
Yeah.
And I got them for both my kids because I still remember rubbing it on the top of my nose and sucking the edge, but neither of them have reached for anything.
Margot's got one that she loves, a bunny, and if we look at her, and she's great in sleep, she really is. She'll quite often lay there and she still just strokes.
It's really cute. But it's nice that they can find comfort in something other than your bloody boob, because it is exhausting. You know what I mean? And I probably say this for a lot of extended breastfeeding mums. It's like, it's hard. because they really only seek that for comfort.
Do you know what's funny as well? Obviously, Margot was in SCBU, so it's the special care unit, kind of like a NICU, but for babies. She come out, and when they come out of there, even though they're newborn, they're tiny, they're almost more independent than a typical
So
newborn.
sad.
But we didn't quite realise, like,
No,
she
of
could
course.
lay there. It was only when Daphne come home, we was like, and she just wanted to be like on your chest 24/7. We was like, actually, really, SCBU like trains these babies to lay on their own because she was in
It's
an incubator.
heartbreaking though.
It is, but I mean, not that I think you should do it from a newborn, but it's a little bit of freedom that you can lay this baby down and they are content as a newborn laying down.
Yeah, I don't know. That makes me sad. It does make me sad. You don't know what's happened in their brain to switch that off.
Don't say.
Do you know what I mean, though? You've
No,
obviously
but-
brought it back. You've obviously switched it back on. But you know them first, you know that thing. You're just like, well, what stopped it? Like, why? Oh my
But
God.
they keep it. That whole setup is incredible. They like recreate. They have it so they're like bundled. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's all wrong, isn't it? If they come out too soon, it's like, it's all difficult, isn't it? But thank the bloody Lord they're there. Because if you'd gone back 100 years, what the hell? I probably wouldn't even be here because my birth was so traumatic with Ethan. He was such a massive baby. I don't think he would have come out.
How much did he weigh?
£8.10.
It's not massive.
No, it's not. Oh no, but he had a massive head, and I'm pretty small.
Mm.
Like I would like to say I've got mother birthing hips, but I don't think I really have. And but then I was in a hospital. I was on the labour ward. It was all very traumatic.
Mm.
I was in labour for 3 days. I'd had every complication, every intervention, bar having a C-section you could imagine. It was just a frigging nightmare. And then I had the most magical birth ever with Nyla. Every baby's different, every pregnancy's different, every labour's different.
Yeah, they are.
You got to stand really strong, especially like with your second, to like put all that trauma to one side and think it might be different, because it can be. Paved the way. Oh my God, I remember my friend Zoe, she said that to me. It made me I thought it was disgusting. It was like when I was talking to her when I was pregnant with Nyla, she was like, well, Ethan paved the way, so she might just come flying out. I was like, bleh, don't say that's absolutely disgusting.
But the number twos do usually come out pretty quick. Imagine if you went on to have 3 or 4.
Mate,
They
makes
just
me
like
feel
fall
like I
out.
want to. You should see it. Like I'm literally doing my bloody pelvic floor exercises. 20.
Well, I didn't even actually give birth, but I still managed to wee myself when I sneezed. So how does that happen?
Wow, but that's something to do with your urinary tract, though, isn't it? Which is probably linked. It's separate, isn't it? It's at the front. Did you have a catheter?
Yeah.
That's why then, because your catheter was shoved up there. I used to do the same. It's not actually got anything to do with giving birth.
Oh, okay.
Catheters are bloody awful. They are horrible. I think it messed up my bladder for maybe even to now. Honestly, them bloody catheters, they're no good for you. I'd rather just wet the bed
Actually,
until they pull it out, then it messes you up like a good un. But anyway, let's move on because that's freaking gross.
do we have anything to... I mean, I know we've already talked, but do we have any topics to cover or anything we want to talk about?
So, new year, new me. I'm going to bring this up, but I don't know whether I want it cut after, okay? But I'm going to try and have the confidence to bring this up. So, we were talking about it the other day, and I feel like it might be quite funny to talk about it.
Go on. Oh.
So I obviously have been a single mum for quite a long time now. I've got 2 young children, and I'm going to say my dry spell was around 18 months. Okay, that's quite a long time in my world.
We're talking wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We're talking wink, wink. I'm not going into any detail, but actually just coming to the realization that I hadn't been emotionally connected to anybody for nearly 2 years, let's say. It's not been 2 years, but let's say, is a long time. Do you know what I mean? For a woman just sitting in motherhood. And I kind of thought to myself, there needs to be a shift of something, because I can't just live for my kids forever. Yeah. Now, I hear people saying when their kids are 10 this. So I think I'm pretty confident. I've got some confidence on me to be doing this with such young children. but there's a difference with my outlook with dating, let's say. So my idea for 2026 is I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for a stepdad. I'm not looking for this, magical man that doesn't exist. I'm looking to have some fun, and I'm looking to compartmentalize whoever that is, whenever that is, away from my mum life, and just kind of try and discover what I'm looking for in the future. Because what I've realised is probably how I've ended up with 2 baby daddies. You got a lot. Is the fact that I've worn my heart on my sleeve. I'm a giver. I'm very I see the romance. I'm like a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
That for whatever reason it's not worked out, because I see a vision of what 2 people can be, the positives, and I miss the negatives.
So you kind of overcompensate the red flags to have a picture perfect relationship?
Well, potentially, but I'm not necessarily just talking about red flags. I think maybe I see something in somebody that's not right for me. That's not placing any blame on the other person. Does that make sense? I'm saying that, it takes 2 to tango to get wrapped up in the wrong thing, doesn't it? And there's got to be quite a lot of realization in taking blame out of it and saying, well, how did you get yourself there?
Do you think you've been settling with the wrong person for the right reasons? As in, because you wanted to have a relationship? I'm sure that these people were nice, have a relationship with a nice guy, have a family, so you ended up settling.
I think that maybe I settled too quickly, not necessarily with the wrong person, but I think I probably, I'm very much like a relationship girl. And when I sync with somebody, it settles quite quickly. And I've never really been the type of girl to explore dating and explore what somebody brings out of me that makes me feel good. I've settled on elements of people's personality, elements on what those people bring out of me, and not really thought about keeping it light.
And you've settled down in that lust stage where
In the honeymoon,
rose tinted.
I've got rose tinted. I don't want to say I've got rose tinted glass. I've got rose tinted bulletproof fucking glass.
Do you think it's important to be slightly rose tinted? Yeah. Because you can't be too cynical, especially when it comes to dating.
Exactly.
But there is a fine line. I kind of hear what you're saying. I think, obviously, now I'm 2 kids in with the same dad. And a lot of people do break up once they've had children because it's really fucking hard. And what we think sometimes is that the reason that we are still together, and it's we've been together for so long before we had kids.
Yeah.
So I think that there is, it's important that you really get to know that person. You become friends because when time is tough and children are difficult, you've got that basis of that relationship,
100%.
that friendship. You can look at each other and go, do you know what? I might not actually particularly like you right now, but I know that I'm still in love with you and the person that you are.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like what was my, I don't want to say issue, but where I think I made too quick of decisions is I really wanted to be a mum. And I'd wanted to be a mum since I was really young.
Yes.
And I feel like even when I was 21, I'm not saying I necessarily wanted to settle down, but I could have been a mum at 24, 25.
Yeah.
And I'd have thrived in that. I could have easily been that. So then waiting till I was 35 and finding somebody that shared similar values to me and also wanted a family, I was desperate to be a mum.
Yeah.
And it takes over. And unfortunately for me, I didn't have that foundation. And I wouldn't change anything. I freaking love my kids. The destiny that was led for me, how it happened, was meant to happen. These kids were meant for me. Do you know what I mean? But now my kids are done. My whole mindset is different in the sense of I can now explore what, I just want to have fun. I want someone to make me laugh. I want to giggle. I want somebody to take the piss out of me. I don't want to say something that's tongue in cheek to somebody and they take offense because Like, I feel like sometimes you're really biting your tongue with people, and I'm like, okay, I'm a bit raw, I'm a bit rude sometimes, I'm a bit crude sometimes. Like, you can take the piss out of me as much as I can take the piss out of you, and it's one of those things where I can take a joke, whereas I really don't like being around men that are just, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about past experience, but I just feel like people take themselves so seriously now. Women, I don't know, but I just want to find a little bit of lightness and to take my mind off of being a mum all the time and find out who that woman is now, the woman that's not looking to have children.
Children change you anyway. And I think you've got into your 40s now, you change, your perception changes. So your dating life is going to change. Who you are attracted to, what qualities you want is going to change.
Definitely.
What if you was to meet someone that didn't have kids and wanted kids? Would you have more?
I don't think I could ever have. I was thinking about this today. I don't think I could ever have 3 baby daddies. I don't think I could do it. I don't think society would let me. The problem is, right, take that aside, the joke. I think I've been let down too many times. I don't think I could do it again. I'm not here to dig anything out, by the way. You know, what's happened has happened. That's life. I've moved on. I'm healing. I'm in a really good place. Like, for me to even contemplate dating, if you go back 8 months, I was an emotional wreck. My hormones were rife. Can you imagine? Like, I had a lovely home birth with Nyla. Yeah. I wanted a home birth with Ethan. I never got it. So yeah, don't feel sorry for me. But I was genuinely embarrassed that I might have to go to the hospital on my own to have a baby because I didn't have a partner. I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to have her at home because I was going to have to go to the hospital on my own because my mum would have actually looked after Ethan. That's fucking raw.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How can you get more fucking raw?
Oh, bless you. Don't.
But you fast forward 14 months and I've got the hottest guys on my fucking towel, Jade. Built like a fucking brick shithouse. And I'm juggling. Do you know what I mean?
A baby's arm holding an apple.
Do you know what I mean? So, no, babies are the furthest thing.
Can you enlighten us with some of your...
So, you know, like when you focus on... Do you know when you focus on something, it, you know, sometimes it manifests. So literally just the last since my birthday, really, I've kind of like had a little bit more focus on what that looks like. And they've just come to me.
Believe and you will receive.
You know what I did though, which is really bad. I downloaded a dating app.
Oh, did you? Which one?
Hinge. And from past experience, not a good idea. But I wasn't downloading it. I've said this to a friend also. I wasn't downloading this app with the intention to meet anyone. That wasn't my intention. My intention was to talk to a man again.
Come off it, mate.
Honestly, because I feel...
downloads those apps.
I do, because I had lost... because I lost all confidence.
Oh, right, okay.
Every single part. I didn't even know how to speak to a man anymore. I hadn't received a compliment in nearly 18 months, 2 years. Do you know what I mean? I was literally like, who am I? I would go out. I've been out on a couple of like days with my friends. I go to the gym. A man will cry and talk to me and I'll run away. I don't even like look up at their face. I don't even know if they're attractive or not because I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with this. You know what? I downloaded that app. I've still got it. Don't go on it. Downloaded that app, put a couple of pictures up, got a few compliments, gave me the confidence that when I did go out next, I had a little bit of, I still got it.
Gave you a little springy step.
It did. And it worked.
Good.
And my intention was not to meet anybody on there because I know that...
I've got an app for you. I mean, not that I've used it. I've been in a relationship forever.
Go on.
Sugardaddy.com.
Fuck off. I don't need
It's true.
one.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't need a sugar daddy.
There's the celebrity dating app. I can't remember what it's called, but apparently Lily Allen's on there.
Who?
Lily Allen.
I don't want Lily Allen.
I know, but there's men, you know.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Can you imagine?
Please do it. Please tell us.
So I am going on my first date today, proper date.
Where are you going?
We're going to a wild sauna and lake.
What kind of date is this?
Well, it's the wolf full moon today, isn't it? So it's the first full moon of the year. And the wolf full moon.
It's like a dog in expedite.
No, it's on this really beautiful piece of land, and they have these huge lodges. and they've created this amazing glass-fronted sauna, and you basically have it for private for an hour, and you go in and out. You do the cold plunge, you're back in the heat, you cold plunge, you're back in the heat, and you're just in the middle of nowhere. Now, this is right up my street because I'm about all hot, cold therapy.
Was this your idea or his
This
idea?
was my idea. I followed the account for quite a while because I loved the look of the lodges. And then when they came up, I was like, I don't want to go to the middle of frigging nowhere by myself, do I?
True. Jesus,
and then we're
you're gonna
going
get
out
in
for
your
food.
bed?
And then we're going to go out for food. Who says he's not seen me in my birthday suit already?
Mic
I
drop.
joke.
On
Got
my
love.
first date, I just go and get absolutely rat-arsed. So, you know.
Yeah,
probably
I was
take
rat-arsed when I met him, so we've done that. I'm
Okay.
ready to do some fun things. This is the
Ooh.
thing, I want to do some fun shit, and this is one of them. So
Good for you.
yeah, I need to get out there. I need, I've literally get 24 hours to myself, twice a month. And it's not about me just like having a takeaway and watching a movie. It's like I want to do something exhilarating.
Mhm.
Might be on a freaking hike up Snowdon in 2 weeks. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'll keep you up to date. But
I
I
love
think
it.
it's going to be a fun year with my
Yes.
outlook,
Yes.
because I'm not looking for anything that's going to hold me back. Maybe I will meet somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. I think the best mindset to be in is if I meet someone, when I meet someone, they benefit my life. They, encourage me, they lift you up, like that mindset.
Yeah, add
You're
value.
not looking for you're not looking for someone for something. You're looking to like enhance what you've already got.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even there. I just want someone to make me bloody laugh.
Yeah.
I want some belly laughs again, like natural, not like because I've had 5 cocktails and I can make myself laugh. You know what I mean? When you go on a date with somebody and you're like, I could go on a date with the frigging kettle and I'll have a great time.
I really make myself laugh. I do.
Exactly, me too. But then what you find is you don't actually know if that person is making you laugh because you're holding the conversation.
True.
So you need to put them in a situation where you like hold back a little bit and let them
And
lead
I
the
like
way.
trying random stuff.
You know what you said to me
sure.
today, which really laughed. This made me laugh. He said, "So, do you want to pick me up today then to go?" And I was like, "What?" He said, I'm obviously going to pick you up, you nutter. And I was like, fucking hell, don't say that to me.
I was about to say, is he in a driving ban?
I said, phew, I wasn't looking forward to being the man of this relationship. So I'm glad that you're picking me up.
I do have kind of old school views around dating. So I'm intrigued. I am a woman doesn't pay on a date kind of girl.
No, me too.
A lot of people are. And if you ask me to pay half on a date, I can do it because I can support myself, but we're probably not going to go out again.
No, same.
And I remember when me and Wayne were dating, we dated for a while and he did pay for everything. And then it was quite far in, but we used to quite often meet on like a Wednesday night, school night. I worked on a training floor. I started at 7:30 and we would go and smash 4 bottles of wine.
Wow. So you're just in sync though. You're just in sync.
He just always encouraged my crazy.
Yeah, that's what it needs to be.
And I really loved that. And we just used to have, and we still do have really good fun. It's just muted fun in our living room now.
Yeah.
Dancing on tables, but we can still do that if you want.
Turn it up in the living room.
Yeah, exactly. We're just raising a couple of nutters, it turns out.
Yeah, it's important to hold on to that though, for sure.
Yeah.
But no,
good. I'm really pleased for you. I think it's good.
Me too, and I feel good. It's making me feel good.
I actually think, all jokes aside, this is a good thing to share within reason. Obviously, not details. If you're comfortable with it, going forward, because it is relatable.
Yes. Yeah, I've had a lot of ups and downs the last 5-6 years, and I am ready to look at the brighter side of life and, not stress over the things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
Because when your kids are involved, it's so easy to take yourself to worst case scenario, worry about the things that haven't happened, that might happen. And you know what? 90% of those things aren't going to happen. And if something does happen, I've been through the effing worst.
Yeah.
And I will deal with it. You know what I mean? I've dealt with it before. I'll deal with it again. And I'm not letting that take up my mind when I can move myself forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about this to my friend earlier, and she was talking about her ex-husband. She was like, he's so successful and, he's always earned good money and all da-da-da-da. I was like, yeah, because he didn't have the mental load of motherhood and all those intrusive thoughts and all those worries and all those things that take up our mind daily that maybe we should take a leaf out of their book and just lighten it a little bit, because they're able to kind of, generally speaking, obviously, in historical terms, men are able to like progress more because they don't fret over the little things that are taking up most of our mind, our
agreed.
capacity. And it's about taking a leaf out of their book maybe and worrying about it when we have to.
And for me, it was a couple of subtle changes that I made in that mindset. Obviously, if Dad goes out, if I let him out, he's not ball and chained in, he is, gets himself ready, see you later out the door. If Mum goes out, and I'm sure every mum will relate to this, it's, right, here's their breakfast, lunch, dinner. In case they need a snack, this is clean washing, this is this. That's all of our mental load before we've even left the house.
Started, yeah.
And I have been more, don't get me wrong, my kids are never not going to be fed. He's not, he will cook, but I'd rather not put that pressure on him. I'll get them dinner in, and Annabelle come out on microwave or whatever. Yeah, to make it easy. But then it's like, right, there's dinner, see you later, I'm out, that's it.
Yeah.
And just taking a little bit more of that mindset, I think then there's been less resentment, less pressure on myself to make it perfect. He is fully capable. They're not going to, they're going to be well looked after, and that's that. And I think you can relate that in all parts of your life and your outlook, just to relinquish a little bit control.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I agree. Anyway, I've got to go because I'm going to a sauna in the middle of nowhere.
Right,
with a hot man, so I'll see you later.
Next week, I want full details, lowdown, the lot.
Yes, I will try my best to remember all the details. Don't know, something else might have happened between now and then.
Okay, well, enjoy your 24 hours of freedom.
Thank you, and have a good rest of your day, and Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for listening. Sorry if I've cringed you out, grossed you out, freaked you out. Come back for more.
And don't forget, everyone, please do like and subscribe. Hit that button in the top right corner.
Also, I would really like to know if you have any New Year's traditions, not necessarily resolutions, that you and your family do, like weird ones that we were talking about earlier, because I want to put a list together and do some crazy ones next year.
Brilliant.
See ya.
Lovely. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye. I'm going to stop recording. Yeah, good.